Chapter 11, Bears, Boats, and Fishtails. We all got back to the house about the same time. I knew that Jeff would tell me all the news from the fishing trip. Dad and Grandpa were pretty talky too. Grandpa said, "We went up to your great-granddaddy's place. Your grandma and I inherited the land a few years ago. There is a 3-acre pond in the middle of the farm. I've caught many bass and catfish there. With him. That's who gave me the rowboat, your great-granddaddy." "The land's not far from here either," Jeff said. "It's only about 5 or 6 miles away, and right before we made our turn onto the Pine Line Drive, we had to stop and let a mama bear and her 2 cubs cross the street. I asked Grandpa if there were more bears in them hills. He said, 'They're up there,' but I always carry bear spray to chase them if they get too close. Usually, they just go about their business, and I'm careful with food scraps. We try not to attract them." Dad said, "The farm has such beautiful trees. They are almost past their peak. We got up here just in the nick of time to enjoy the awesome colors." "So, how did the fishing go?" I asked. Dad said, "Well, we got off to a little shaky start. We had unhitched the boat from the van and got her in the water. Grandpa got in the boat first. I was holding onto the back while your brother stepped in. Grandpa was just about to tell him to keep his weight in the middle. Too late. Jeff placed his heavy, eager footstep on the right side of the boat. We were not afraid the boat would flip over, but we were not too sure if your brother would. It was iffy for a minute. The boat swayed side to side like a carnival ride, but your brother had a natural instinct for balance and worked it out. Jeff finally understood, and he knew to sit down in the middle. We were all safe. Your dad was worried about having a fishing license. He didn't want some government land warden to arrest us or give us a huge ticket. I had to assure him that it doesn't apply to private property or the children or the grandchildren of the landowner. Safe again," Grandpa added. Dad pulled a couple packs of Slim Jims and beef jerky out of his vest pocket, Jeff said. I think I saw Grandpa's eyes light up with delight. We chewed on these while rowing to Grandpa's lucky fishing spot, Jeff added. "That's the place we caught the 33-pound catfish," Grandpa said. "There are bigger guys than that swimming around in there." Then Jeff pulled out our jar of night crawlers. "Look, Grandpa," he said. "We all dug for worms together. We have a whole jar full." Your grandpa had a surprise of his own. He had a jar of frogs, Dad said. "Frogs," I wailed. "Frogs! Disgusting." "Big fish have big appetites," Grandpa laughed. "Yuck," I repeated. Grandpa was full of surprises today, Jeff said. After he showed us the frogs, he pulled out a brand new fishing pole and said it was for me. Then he showed me how to throw and cast the line. It took me a few tries. The first cast got caught on a tree leaf behind the boat. As I got the feel of when to snap, press, and release, I was able to get closer to my target spot. Dad had put one of our night crawlers on the line. I was spared tying a fishing knot this time. It wasn't long, and I saw the float bobbing. "Look, Grandpa, there's something nibbling on the bait." I wanted to hurry and reel it in. Grandpa told me to wait a second or two and give the fish time to take a big bite along with the hook. I listened and reeled in an 8-inch red-eye. I caught something, I really did. Dad showed the picture he took of Jeff's catch and showed it all around the table like a proud father. Grandpa caught a 3-pound largemouth bass with his frogs. Dad fought for a humongous catfish. He put up a good fight, such a fight that the line snapped. But we saw it. It was huge. Grandpa said, "That catfish stuck its tongue out at us and just swam away." Later, Dad did catch a 19-inch catfish. We took a picture of him reeling it in, see? "Matter of fact, I brought it home for dinner," Dad announced. "Here it is now. Here, Audrey, your mighty fisherman brought you the catch of the day. Let's get a picture." Jeff took a couple of pictures. Mom played a trick on Dad. He did not know it at first. In the first photo shoot, she pinched her nose shut and made a yucky face. In the second shoot, she received the fish in a normal, loving manner. Later, we showed them to Dad, and we all laughed hard. We all helped getting the catfish ready, cut, and fried. Dad asked us what the ladies did today. We talked about our very happy meal and about the pumpkin painting demonstration. Grandma said, "I walked past that table again. The woman was having another gal make orange thumbprints on a white pumpkin, then made pumpkin faces. She added just a little green for the stem on top. I must confess, I bought some acrylic paint so my grandbabies can do the same with the pumpkins they picked out for us. Easy peasy fun."